I need those answers in order to.
No, you don't. You don't. You've convinced yourself you do, but you don't. You don't need those answers in order to understand that the Earth is planar in
other
nature.
questions I have that doesn't. What
Yeah, you
shape
don't
is
need.
the
You
Earth
don't need
then?
those answers.
How
You don't need
far
those
is the
answers.
way?
It does not mean the
far
Earth
away
isn't
is the
flat. If
sun? Where
you
does
don't,
the UV light?
if you don't, no, listen. If you don't have those answers, it doesn't mean the Earth isn't flat. It does not invalidate your experience, the measurements, and the use of it.
If you're going to
So
beg for
if you
answers like that, then you deserve the false ones the Globers are going to give you.
if you
Yeah.
think the Earth is flat, well, like you think there is a reason behind all the governments and stuff telling us that the Earth is
Well, one sec, bro. I just want to touch on the last point. See, the reason that people think the Earth is a globe is because they came up with explanations. They didn't go out and measure the ground and go, "Oh, it's curving. Oh, this explains why this and that's happening in the sky." No, they looked at the sky and went, "What's the reason for that? Well, what if it's because the Earth is curving? Yeah, that'll do. We'll go with that." Right? They didn't. They did it the wrong way around. It's called affirming the consequent, and it's a formal logical fallacy. It's illogical reasoning.
But not just that. They made up everything that's in outer space. Not just that, but didn't they
made up
believe
stories
first, as you said,
about
the Egyptians and everything? They believed the Earth was flat, and at some point we kind of figured out, oh wait, it's not flat. Why would they change their opinion?
They didn't figure out it's not flat. If they figured out it's not flat, then that must mean they measured it.
Everybody figured out it was not flat.
How?
Suddenly now it's a thing that people think.
How did they?
Because of thousands, many things.
No, there's only one way to figure that out, and that's to measure
because of time
the
zones,
surface. So we're going to just take on everything else on board except measurement of the surface directly and go with that, right?
Did you measure
the most fundamental part?
The Earth?
The most fundamental part of the Earth, qualifying it as being spherical in nature, right, is the surface curving, right, and measurement of it.
You cannot measure something in a small surface if it's so big. You cannot take a square.
You don't know if it's a sphere yet in order to say that. If you had measured it and you could confirm that yes, it measures to be a sphere.
Did you measure it?
Every day.
Did you measure it yourself?
Yes, every day. Every day I get around measuring the Earth's and navigating it in respect to horizontal and vertical. Every time I use a level, every time I pour liquid into a measuring cup, every time I make a long distance observation that doesn't conform to the dimensions of a sphere as claimed, every time it is your direct experience of reality. You want to make an excuse for that, even though you haven't measured it to be a sphere. I mean, it is fundamental that the surface of the Earth must be curving if it is a sphere, and it doesn't. Right? You want to appeal to all these other things, these thousands of other things that you've got reasons why it's a globe, apart from the one fundamental thing, and that's the surface measuring to have curvature.
But isn't finding out the truth more than just one thing?
No, that would be the ultimate truth for the Earth being a sphere, is the measurement of its surface curving.
I'm just saying truth in general. If you, for example, like a murder happened, is there only one thing? Like I say, yeah, I saw this person murdering this other person. Are you going to find out other evidences as well? Is there DNA? Is there video proof? Are you going to be just keeping on one huge argument as to say, I saw that person kill that person? Or are you
I'm gonna hold it to evidence. If I'm a judge and there's a lack of evidence, direct evidence, right? Yeah. If there's a lack of evidence, if there's circumstantial evidence, if it's logically fallacious, the reasoning behind the accused being guilty, I'm going to dismiss the case. Definitely. I want solid hard proof, thanks, or I'm not going to convict anybody of a crime.
I would like to have more than one evidence.
You only need one.
No, not really.
Which one is it?
Yes, you do. No, you don't. You've convinced yourself of that. That's an illusion. That you've convinced yourself.
Even if a murder happened and I found someone's DNA on the murder scene, that doesn't mean that person murdered the other one. I also need other things like eyewitness or how do you say this, alibi, whatever.
What she says is that you're sticking with just one proof that,
It's all that is required, is the fundamental nature of the surface.
I just need more than one evidence
I know,
than
bro.
just measurements, and I
No,
didn't
if it
even do
doesn't
the
measure to be
measurement.
curving, then it's not a ball, and that is the bottom line. You don't need anything else apart from that to determine
Well, okay,
the surface
maybe
geometry.
you don't need anything else than that, but I do need more than that. And
You've
sorry, the
convinced yourself
globe.
of that. It's you've convinced yourself of a delusion. It's not real. You've convinced yourself of needing more than what you do.
I just you convince
We can
yourself of
say
something.
the same
I'm
about
still
you.
even saying that there might be a possibility that I'm wrong. I'm not excluding that I might be having a mistake and that Earth is flat. But you are.
Yeah, if it's not curving, can it be a sphere?
It's curving, bruh.
But where's the measurements of the surface curving?
It's curving.
Where's the measurements of the surface curving then?
Oh,
Having established
everything.
that it
It's
is curving.
everywhere. It's
Where's the
everywhere.
measurements of it? Where's the measurements of it curving?
What's happening now? Hello?
Hello?
What's
Yeah,
happening?
is there any measurements? Is there any measurements of the surface curving? Yes or no?
Oh my
There
god.
are. Just Google that
Then
shit.
let's see them. Let's see them. Let's see them.
Guys, what's the point of the like having discussion about flats or around Earth?
No, wait
That's
a
a
sec,
good
bro.
question,
Let's
though.
see those measurements. I want to see those measurements.
It's everywhere. It's in math. It's in
Yeah, you're just making a claim that you can't back up. You can't support it. There is no measurements of the surface curving to form a sphere. There is none.
You can even see it
This is
with
the
your
reason
own
why,
eyes.
like I was asking you the question earlier, right? Because you keep making the same claim, you keep defending the globe. Every time we ask for evidence, you can't provide any, right? And we talked about this in the PNR, we talked about this in the politics, and now we're talking about the same thing in English Hub. Come on, really?
All right. So since you're not going to provide us with any measurements of the Earth surface, maybe someone else can. That's waiting to talk, and we've probably just lost a couple of people because of that. Sorry about that. iiNexXO, you wanted to speak?
I just said that if you think the Earth is flat, there must be a reason why all the governments are telling us that we live in a globe. So what do you think about that? Like, what's your point of view, or what do you think in general about that? No.
So you're basically asking why would they lie?
Yeah, of course. Why all of this? If the Earth is flat, why all of this propaganda telling us and keeping us, with the thinking of the Earth is a globe, we live in a globe and stuff like that. What's the reason behind? What do you think about that?
Well, for the most part, people believe it's real. They believe it's true. Have you got a specific example?
No, there must be a reason, because we went out of the Earth a couple times. But the ones that can do that, that's
Wait, what?
millionaires.
We what? Sorry, can you repeat that? We what?
We went out of the Earth. We went to space. We went to the moon.
When? Who did that?
America and Elon
So not
Musk.
you. So not we.
I'm not sure we went to the
Not
moon,
me,
by
but
the way.
that's what I'm saying. What is the reason behind hiding it?
Hiding
They
what?
have proof. They have proof that the Earth is flat or a globe.
No, that's not proof. That's a claim. Can you prove that they did what they said?
You can see it. You can. I can tell there is a bunch of people seeing a rocket flying out.
There's a bunch of people seeing a rocket. So not you, then. What is this third-hand information? So somebody told you they saw a rocket go up into the sky, and then they went to their TV and watched something on TV. This is like second, third, fourth-hand information that you're giving me.
Okay, if you have to see it with your own eyes, then go. You have to go by yourself.
Yeah, is that what convinced you? Did you see it for yourself?
Man, it's a free to public event. Like you're welcome to see it. A rocket go into the sky.
Yeah. Does that mean it went to space?
It happens all the time, not only on the TV.
Does that mean it went to space?
Yes, because you can see it with a telescope.
No, you can't. You don't see a rocket go to space, right? You see it. You see it go up, and you see it go in a parabolic arc, and then you see it go back down again.
Then what's the point of spending millions of dollars?
And how you know
building
it?
a
I
rocket?
can use your argument against you. How you know it? Like you have seen some videos?
Seen some videos of what?
The rocket doing what you think it does.
Yeah, I've seen videos of rockets going up.
Yeah, it's CGI. Basically, you can use the CGI argument for everything.
I didn't say CGI.
No, but that's what you
I didn't
guys
say
say.
CGI. No,
It's all
I
fake,
didn't
right?
say CGI. I didn't say CGI. You said it.
Yeah, sure.
I said, yeah, sure. I've seen videos of rockets going up and going in a parabolic arc and coming back down. They start going sideways. They don't go straight up. You don't see it go to space.
There, I'm looking up a little bit information on the internet to have a do it yourself, because again, I'm not smart, I'm not mathematician, I'm not rich. So just something you can do
Not
for
rich.
yourself. Nope, I'm not. And not smart. Anyway, so it says like you can put a stick in the ground and then have a friend about 100 or up to 1,000 kilometers away, north or south, and both of you measure at the same time. And then you can, because of the measurements you're taking at the same time, you can measure the angle of the Earth. That's something you can do for yourself if you're not rich and not smart. Like
So
We
you
have
measure
done
the
this
shadow.
before Jesus. Everybody knows it's a globe.
So you measure the shadow length.
it says here, like step 1, choose a clear day, preferably around solstice or agree on a precise time. So solar noon is ideal. Sun's highest point around 12 or 1 p.m. local time. Use a world clock like Google, solar noons, and then stick the vertical stick into the ground and then measure the height of the stick from base to top, length of the shadow from base to the stick of the tip to the shadow, and then use to calculate the sun's angle with the stubila.
So not the curvature of the Earth then. So not measuring the curvature of the Earth. Measuring
That's
a
how you
shadow and a
measure the-
stick. No, that's not.
That's
That's
how
not
you
how you measure
measure.
the curvature. No, it's not. That's measuring a shadow and a stick. That's not measuring the surface.
But that's how you
Yeah.
can measure the.
No, that's not measuring it. That's not measuring the curvature.
Unless
Measuring
actually
a
just get the
shadow
distance
and a
between you
stick.
and your friend.
Yeah, is that a straight line?
Yeah, and then it says location sun. It's a kind of explanation here how you can do the math with your stick and the shadow and the time of day and the distance of your friend.
How
Right,
about
is
at
that-
night? How about at night with the light of the moon? Because you will get the same shadows. You are not proving anything.
Yeah, you're measuring a stick and a shadow. And then you're calculating based on your assumption that the Earth is a globe,
Because
right? Based on the sun angle, right?
Mm,
Which is going to require a flat Earth, by the way. Then
not based
you'll
on the
calculate.
assumption.
Then you'll
They
you'll
discovered.
minus that from 360 and use the distance between the two locations to infer that there's a certain circumference of the Earth's curving surface. It's not measuring the curvature of the Earth. That is not demonstrating that the Earth's surface is dropping away from you with distance with respect to a horizontal plane. This would be the fundamental thing required in order to determine the Earth's geometry.
I also asked how to measure the Earth flat, like for example with
Yeah.
a laser or with
That's what I
photography
asked myself.
things.
What's your experiment to prove it's flat?
What experiment? You have proof of curvature.
No, but that's why I
That's
asked, did you
geometry.
measure it
It's
yourself?
not
But
an
nobody
experiment.
measured it themselves.
Okay,
it's
It's
that's
not
not
also
a
something.
valid.
It's not about an experiment. It's about geometry. Do you have any proof of that curve?
Okay,
because
the
I can
Earth is
show.
flat
I
because
can
of
show.
geometry.
Yeah, 8 inches per mile square drop over distance. I can show you at 10 miles. 1 foot. I can show. You the horizon is 10 miles at 1 foot. That means that the radius is 67 times larger. I can show you a big lake. You can see almost 70 miles away. No curvature. Do you want to increase the radius? That curve? Because it is not working. One thing is you see television, CGI animation. You can go to school and they present a ball Earth object and you believe it. They never prove it to you. NASA can fake with all smoke and mirrors. Effects, and you just buy it. But proving, that's a big difference. Right there, look. At 10 miles, that you see 1 foot of surface height. You can see the horizon at least at 10 miles, but you can see even 29 miles away. In this one, at this distance, if you encounter this horizon at 10 miles, that means the radius is 67 times larger. So that's a big number. That's more than half. That's more than 50%.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? You're using
No,
an
it's
image.
funny.
I can also use like it's right here. That's the Earth.
Oh, yeah, that's the Earth. Okay.
Since we are using images.
Look. I'm gonna debunk this easily from NASA. Okay, from NASA. This is from NASA. Let's wait a second because you don't know what is this, you know. Okay, this is from the website nasa.org. Okay, I'm gonna post it. Look at it.
Well,
this is what you believe it. Wait a second. This is what you believe it. You know, this is directly from NASA. It is Photoshop right there, and you just buy it.
It is.
This is the worst proof any Glober can present it. Photoshop it.
Well, one sec, Kill. Okay, so one sec. So is that the Earth with a sphere radius of 3,959 miles that you posted? Kill, that's a question for you.
What?
The image you posted, is that the sphere Earth with a radius of 3,959 miles?
I'm not sure. I just searched it up. That's the first thing it
You
popped
just
up.
search it. Yeah, search it.
Right, so
Look
you're
at
just gonna Google Earth it, right? You're just gonna go to Google and go, oh, show me what I want to be true, and then you're gonna just put it in our face and expect us to
And
accept
I don't
it
care
to be
about
true.
the Earth geometry.
That's
Okay,
from
that's,
NASA. I
all
think
right.
that's from NASA.
Okay, then. If you
I
don't
did
care,
post-
then pop yourself
I
on
didn't even
mute.
post the
Then
sites.
just if a cartoon is your standard for determining the shape of the Earth, then put yourself on mute. You're done, right? You can walk away saying, "I showed
I
those
do
flat
care, but
earthers."
it's not. I wouldn't get offended because of the Earth shape. Like fuck it, it's not important.
Nobody's
If it's flat, I
offended
don't
here.
care if it's.
I'm just telling you. Well, if that's your position, pop yourself on mute so we can talk to people that do care and have higher standards than a
All right,
cartoon.
I'll be waiting for the other people to talk.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
So you believe in a lie, and I just debunk you. This is from NASA. You have the website right there. You can go it if you want it. Anyway, you know, these days are the worst days for Globers. You know, yesterday a guy was defending Fish Islands. I went to politics right now. The guy is talking about they are talking about Aristotle's. You know, sorry, the guy was talking about the sun, you know, and the moon. And now I came here and as Aristotle's proving nothing because he did the two assumptions. Right. He did assume that the Earth was a ball, and he did assume the sun rays were parallel. But you can get the same result at night with the shadows from the moon. So,
that's a big problem. If you can do that with the moon and get the same results, that must mean that the moon is also of a massive size and very, very far away from the Earth. Not close, like they say, not 240,000 miles away, with divergent rays coming from it, right?
You know, the Earth is big, and the sun
far,
are not so, so bigger. You know, I did the observation yesterday. So it was morning, and I was, seeing the sun, at east, and I was watching the sun, the moon at, going to west. But it was a clean day, but a clear day. But I cannot see that the entire circle of the moon. So if we have the sun one side, and the moon at one side, going to west. Why I'm not seeing the entire circle? So what's going on? There's something going on, right? Because why the light of the sun is not illuminating? I cannot see like a circle, So yeah, something is going on.
So is there anybody here that with any questions, further questions, or is there anybody here that thinks that they have evidence that the Earth is a globe?
Yeah,
I found something in a newspaper. Could you check it? It's on the chat.
What is that? Oh,
It's the sunset stuff.
Sunset doesn't prove anything. I can post a sunset and you zoom in, and the sun is above the horizon. So it's perspective.
But how does the sun disappear on your system? How?
I'm posting a text. I will post a GIF.
How does the sun disappear on your system?
What disappears? Doesn't disappear.
It does. The sun
disappears.
It needs to go to Japan. They need sun there as well.
The sun goes to Japan.
So it didn't disappear then. So it didn't disappear.
Yeah, we rotate it. Like, it doesn't disappear. We just
we don't rotate it, okay? I just post to you. The sun is above the horizon. But to you, it appears that it's going down. It's just perspective, Learn what is perspective.
Yeah, we can
So where's he
say
going if it's not down? Like,
So you are in the I'm in the street. I see the street lights, and they appear. They are
Okay.
setting. They appear. The street lights are appearing that they appear that they are setting. They are setting. Really?
that's the same with the Earth. It is we live in a globe, but from your perspective, because we're so tiny, you feel like it's flat. That's also perspective.
good stuff.
Prove it's not.
Can I give some
Really not
globally quick advice here? Please don't try to defend the first Google search you did. You're just going to embarrass yourself. I'll shut up now.
The guy posts Photoshop from NASA, and the guy believes that that's Earth.
So is this guy's globe proof that it looks flat?
That's correct. He thinks that the proof that the Earth is a globe is because it looks flat.
That's laughable. Are we supposed to be taking you guys seriously right now?
Hi.
Even the Simpsons knows what is perspective. I'm gonna post it to you. Learn it about it or watch it.
What you talking about?
Even the Simpsons, they put a satellite on with balloons.
So
Very
the sun
interesting.
doesn't disappear. Where does he go for you?
The sun is there.
It's there.
It doesn't disappear. It appears. The sun is there.
It's a really strong phone of light. It's a really
It's-
strong light.
Yeah, it moves above the Earth, right? Just as you observe.
If the Simpsons couch seems to be getting smaller as it moves away in the distance, why doesn't the sun appear like that for me? When
I can post one. I can post more. I'm going to post another one.
I don't know. What's the sun?
I think if I have to make a competition between GIFs and math and everything, then
No, the problem is that we are posting stuff, but you guys are posting lies. For example, the guy that did post Photoshop from NASA. That's a lie.
but you're calling a picture from NASA Photoshop, but a picture from Simpsons
Okay.
reality?
I'm talking about the perspective, and in reality, you can see perspective.
Okay. Could you answer me about the airplane flight paths? Like,
Okay, let me post
Why they
what I was talking
perfectly-
about it. Yeah, I'm gonna post this one. You see
Why
the
they
sun
work
is going
perfectly
away
in our
right
system.
here. Don't let me finish, okay?
okay.
She did ask. Yeah, you see the sun is going away. Perspective, right there.
I think he's just getting inside a cloud. In our perspective, not literally, but
Okay,
God.
another one. You want without clouds? The sun is going away. You want an airplane? I can post an airplane. Let me see. Just a second.
but isn't it going behind the cloud?
You can see it's going down.
I'm gonna post an airplane, with perspective.
Okay.
Okay, right there.
Okay.
You see, you are watching the airplane. It appears it's going down, up in an angle. But if you, I have seen airplanes passing from, for example, from north to south, and as it's getting closer over me, let's say 90 degrees over me, it appears that it's going in angle, going up, like 30 degrees or more, and then it passes over me, and then it appears going down, down, down. So what's happening? It's just perspective. That's the way it works. Nothing more.
So,
Like the sun.
why,
The sun is
why
going
do-
away.
Perspective, huh?
so why do these guys think?
You have
why,
a lot
why
of
do you
faith on
think
you.
it's? Why do you think
It's
it's
not about the
doing what
faith,
it does?
it's about proof. Okay, you have a faith on the thing that you did post it. You have faith on that. That's a lie.
Hang on.
Even the did
Hang-
post it. That's from NASA,
Hang on.
and they're talking how they did it, and it's Photoshop.
There's not only NASA, like there's the Russian, there's the Indian.
Yeah, we have a Russian guy talking dirty splat. We have an ex-NASA.
So the entire planet is wrong. 99% of the scientists are wrong. You are the right one.
Scientists.
Wow.
Scientists.
We don't need scientists for this,
no.
dude. This is geometry. This is measurement. This is a question of shape. I'm not going to hire a scientist to measure my counter, dude. Get a grip.
Like I said, if your standard is just somebody telling you and showing you on the TV that, oh look, trust us, we went up really high, and here's a photo of the Earth, and that's good enough for you, then why are you here?
I don't know.
I'm
I
here
think it's
because
funny.
I'm open to other ideas. maybe I'm hoping to be convinced, but
Right. So obviously for you, that's not a good enough standard, right? Or otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You'd be like, no, I've seen it. I've seen it. They showed me on TV that the Earth's a ball. I'm happy with that. I'm going to walk away. I don't need to investigate this any further. Right.
Yes.
So obviously, but I was asking. I was asking other people.
Oh, sorry.
Is it your aim to convince us that it's true and it's real? Is that your aim? You want us to accept it to be true, like we used to, before we realized it's not true?
He just wants to put the cat back in the hat.
I think the appropriate question would be, well, why don't you think it's true anymore?
Good job, T-Dub. Way to create a pregnant pause. That was a good one.
Of the day, you have two options. You decide to choose, to believe in the lie, or you choose to know the truth.
Well, I like the truth, but of course I think the globe is the truth, and I think flat Earth is a
The
lie.
globe is the truth. Okay, can you prove that?
Sure, it has the best explanation for the observations. Therefore, I think it's more
explanation. Yeah. Okay, let me see.
That's not proof.
Okay, how about you put your ball Earth inside a vacuum chamber? Make it work.
Well, you're right. It's not proof. It's just an explanation.
Yeah.
So explanations require proof.
You got to come in here and act like you got some kind of proof. You never do. Go ahead, guys.
I just said I don't have proof. I said I have a good explanation.
Yeah, you have explanations, period. Do they require proof?
No.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, they don't.
For them to be an indication of the truth, they require proof.
Oh, no, that's not true. It's just that good explanations are more likely to be true than bad explanations. And
Oh, so likely. Okay, so we're not going to go with likelihood or with potential or possibility, right? You're going to either present to us and demonstrate to us beyond all doubt that the Earth is a sphere of a radius value of 3,959 miles, or you can't do that.
Right, I can't do that.
Thank you very much. Meanwhile, we go out, we observe the Earth to be flat and motionless, we measure its surface to be flat, and we use it as flat. Not just the Earth as a ball spinning in. Observe the Earth to be flat and motionless. We measure its surface to be flat, and we use it as flat.
Same that's Okay, can I ask you something? When you say you measured it, like your measurements are the same that the globe Earth, I mean the distances on the surface. Like the distance from the North Pole to the equator. On the globe, it's 10,000 kilometers. Is it the same on the flat Earth?
You don't need that distance, You just need to
I know I don't need the distance, but that's not what I was asking. I'm just asking if it's the same distances as the globes. Like, do you have differences? Like you would say, no, it's 5%.
That's a big problem. Beyond the equator, the globe doesn't work. Okay. There are people
but I'm asking about
even navigators, they were getting difference.
I don't think
like 26 miles difference, beyond the
it's
equator.
not what I was asking. I'm not asking.
Yeah, you are asking a specific measurement
about the equator. Like if it's the same for the globe and for the flat Earth.
Oh, you are saying, for example, North Pole to the equator.
Yes.
Can. Generally, it can make. The distance from the north to the equator, not that zone that we call equator. Yeah, it makes sense on flat Earth too.
So it's the same. I mean, it's 10,000 kilometers on the globe, and it's 10,000 kilometers on the flat Earth. It's the same, or you have differences.
I don't know about the number, but yeah, there's no big difference.
And the distance, like when you follow the equator on the globe, it's 40,000 kilometers. And is it the same on the flat Earth?
You are talking about beyond the equator, going south?
I know, I'm talking like if you just follow in the equator, this line, the line of equator itself. Like this big circle. that you'll have if you like make a round trip?
Let's see. To get latitude, you are measuring an angle, to Polaris. So at the equator, you get 0. Because as you're going farther away, it's about perspective, As you're going farther away, it appears going, the Polaris appears going down, 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 but it's just apparent,
Yes, so I'm so sorry because English is obviously not my first language, but I just can't understand if it's me and not making myself clear what I'm telling, or just you're not like talking about the same things that I do.
Latitude, yeah, it's.
No, I'm not talking about the latitude, the distance in kilometers, like.
Yeah, you can accept that on flat Earth and globe, the distance.
And that's my biggest problem, because when you can try to find the circumference of this circle, and it's not like it doesn't work. When you multiply 2 pi times radius, and it should be like the circumference of this equator, and it just doesn't work.
So you are saying latitude at the equator doesn't work?
I say if the radius is 10,000 kilometers, the equator should be around 60,000 kilometers, because it's 2 times pi times 10,000. And
yeah,
on globe,
I don't know about the distance, but anyway.
That would be like the measurement you were talking. It's something that is measurable. You can actually measure it, and you can just check if it works. Like you can just check if it works on a flat surface or if it works on a globe.
You can, you have a central point, let's say north, and you can make a circle around. So I don't see any problem.
Yeah, you can make, and you can like the length of this circle. You can measure it. And if the radius is 10,000 kilometers, this big circle should be 63 or something like this, thousands. But on the globe Earth, it's 40,000 kilometers, because it's not a flat surface. And like this is the major difference between the globe Earth and the flat Earth. So you could actually measure it and compare it to the reality and say, okay,
go ahead and do that for us.
How are you going to measure that distance?
How do I measure the distance?
Yeah.
Well, you can measure like a small part of it, and then like you can measure 1,000 or hundreds, and then multiply by 1,000 or by hundreds, and that's how they did it.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna check. Let's say on the side chat, someone did post a black swan. The horizon is, if you see the horizon at 10 miles and 1 foot observed height, that means that the radius is 67 times larger. So it's not matching with reality.
Yeah, okay, so I think when you say radius on a globe, it means the point from the center of the sphere. But when you say radius on a flat Earth, it's just like a north, from the North Pole to some point, because it would be also a radius, just a flat radius. And I don't see a problem measuring it.
You don't get it, the supposed radius of that Earth is not there in reality. And if you count the black swan, you can see 1 foot of surface height. You can see the horizon at 10 miles. The math, even Matthew Lawrence is here, or you're just gone away. But he did confirm this math. I'm going to post it. Okay? So he did say this is correct. I'm going to post the math. Okay, just a second. Okay, this is the math. And he did say it's correct. So the black swan, you can see the horizon at least 10 miles beyond the second oil rig. So, that means that radius is 67 times larger. And this is just 10 miles. I can post you almost 70 miles on a big lake, and there's no curvature. So we have a big problem here. Do you want to increase that radius?
Do I have
It's not 67 times larger enough.
Yeah,
that's just 10 miles. You can multiply that for 7 times more. 70 miles away or more. So that's a big problem. If you want to check the curve of that ball Earth on reality, we have a problem. It's not